Welcome to Stream Talks. This is a space for men to talk about the real male experience, purpose, health, relationships, spirituality, and much, much more. I'm Flynn Heathcliff, and before we start, I want to ask that we all speak from real experience. We talk about what we've been through, what you're dealing with, what you're learning right now. That way, everyone listening or participating can take something useful from this experience. So today's topic is toxic productivity is ruining young men. Toxic productivity is ruining young men. So I was actually thinking today, and this is something I feel like every man deals with, maybe not consciously but subconsciously, where we have to our worth. I'll use the word worth. Our worth and value is determined by what we do, right? That's how society sees it sometimes, but that's how we also see it in ourselves. So sometimes, especially if you're a grinder, you're a builder, a creator, entrepreneur, you're someone who likes to get things done, like myself, right? You may run into issues where when you're chilling and relaxing, you feel like you should be doing more. I was experiencing that today. I was like, you know what? I want to take a chill day, bro. Like I just want to chill. And then the first thought in my mind was, well, yeah, you're using this time to chill, but you can get some work done. And I was like, damn, bruh. Like, yeah, I can, but I can get work done at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can literally get work done at any time. Anytime you can get work done, bro. It's gonna be there tomorrow. That's what I told myself. And then I told myself, like, I can relax now because I know what I have to do later on. At least I know what I have to do. So if I chill, I could chill. I could chill, relax, get my energy up, rest, fucking refocus, or just take my mind off of things. That's usually very, very beneficial for me is to give myself space to not even think about work or whatever is going on. So my question to you, Q, have you ever felt like you're doing a lot, but not actually no, before I even ask you that question, um, how do you feel about this subject? Yeah, like, what's your experience with it? Like, do you experience your mind telling you that you should always be doing something? Hmm.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Enemy double kill. Your turret has been destroyed. Spirit down.
Mhm. Valid. Shit. Shit. What's up, Sean? Sean in the building. I think it's his first time using Discord, so you know what I'm saying. Give him a second.
What's
What's
up?
up,
What's
Sean?
up, guys? What you doing?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah,
What's up?
so
What's up?
we're talking about toxic productivity is ruining young men. So we were just sharing. I was sharing my experience, how I feel like when I'm not always being productive,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing anything with my life. I don't want to say lost because I have direction. I know, what I'm building and where I'm going, but I almost feel like I have no value. Like, oh, I'm just
Mm,
being lazy. Like I'm being weak and lazy and I'm not doing shit and I have no value. Like I have no value. And I know that's not the truth, but that's how it feels. That's how it
mm-hmm.
feels. Today I had that feeling when I was telling myself I was gonna rest and relax today. That first thought was, but we could be getting some work done. Don't you think we should work? I'm
Right.
like, I'm like, damn, I can't even let myself be at ease for that long without those intrusive thoughts coming in and judging my worth based on productivity. And I know I'm not the only one, the only guy out here who's looking at their production as a justification on how valuable and worthy they are.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we look at money, right? How much money we have and say, okay, well, I don't have any money, so I feel bad about myself. It's not always
Right.
conscious, but and then for other people like myself, sometimes it's, well, I didn't do anything today, so I feel bad about myself.
Mm-hmm.
What's your experience with that, with
Well, I
productivity?
think the first thing is just because society brings pressure on you, and it's easy to compare, especially especially seeing everybody through social media. Like they say, social media shows the highlights of people's life instead of just the everyday life, because every day not a highlight. You know what I mean? But I would just say first, it just depends on what your goal is. If your goal, and everybody's goal is different. If your goal is to have your own type of thing, create your own lane, then you might feel that particular pressure because the world's not going to stop for anybody, anything. But the world's not going to stop if you do or you don't create something today. So that can be a sense of pressure. Um, but even if your goal is let's say to work a job, or let's say hypothetically I'm not saying me particularly, but my goal is to be an instructor at like a campus or something, right? So like
Hmm.
if that's your goal and you have to go through certain lanes to reach that goal and you're working for somebody, that's your goal. That's like success is subjective, depends on what your goal is. And you know how much effort you're putting into it. Now, if you want to be outside the norm and not work for nobody and reach your own goal as far as creating your own lane, I mean, everybody human. You got to sleep sometime. You got to eat. You got to drink. You got to experience something. Everybody got their
Hmm.
own responsibilities, like father or you know, uh, boyfriend, whatever it might be. So um, I think it just depends on what your goal is. You know what I mean? But I think at the same time, and I still go back towards what we were talking about New Year's Eve, like you know it's like there's like a parameter, if that's the right word, or like there's a limit to where, okay, well, if you do happen to chill a little bit today or whatever it is, or rest, that's not saying it's up to you if that's bad or not. but don't get. I think the easiest thing getting older and is complacency, to where it's like you have a goal, but you've been complacent. And then that day of rest turns into a week of rest. And that week of rest turns into 2 weeks of rest. And that 2 weeks of rest turns into 2 months of rest. And then now you find yourself just, your goal is, it can still be achievable, but now you gotta, it's like now you gotta climb up a mountain to where it was on an even playing field at first. Now you gotta climb up that mountain to reach that goal. So I think, you know, the toxic, uh, what is it? What is it called again? What's it called again? Toxic
Productivity.
productivity. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just. I think the biggest thing, man, is like they say, comparison is a thief of joy, and it just depends on what your particular goal is and staying focused and knowing. I don't want to say know your limits, because I think that can be interpreted as like, don't do too much, but don't do too little. You know what I mean? But like, just staying focused on the goal, man, and really using 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 the potential you believe, or even that you don't believe you might have. When I say don't believe, I don't be too long-winded. It's like when I'm training folks, or even when I was playing football and stuff and running, it's like you can tell when you're tired, where it's like, yo, I'm tired, like, I gotta take a knee, I gotta, like, get some air and stuff. Like, I feel tired, like I feel like my lungs about to collapse or whatever it might be. But I believe in everybody, bro. When people say you got one more, and it's like, I can't do it, coach, even though I never said those words. But the point that is like, it's the 15% extra boost you really got hidden in you. Your brain's telling you tired, but you really can go some more. And if you run some more and get through that, you got more than you think you have. You know what I mean? So that goes to as well. It's like when people say too, like, I really didn't want to go to the gym today, and you might be sore. It might be okay. Your brain might be saying, we in pain right now. It's okay if you rest, and it might be okay to rest. But if you really go to the gym and attack it or whatever it is, man, you feel even better leaving, and your attitude might shift. You know what I mean? So again, it just depends on what your goal is, man, and staying focused on that. And that's why literally my password to a lot of my stuff is stay focused. Stay, like, literally like 5 different passwords to like whatever I'm signing into is stay focused, capital S. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's
Yo,
real,
log
man.
into
Cause
his
it's
bank account. Like, log into his bank account.
1-0. Yeah, man. But real talk. So I think with that, man, the toxicity is because of the comparison, I believe, towards other people. Because if you just happen to be by yourself, and let's say you don't even get on social media for a year, right? You're just by yourself. You live by yourself or whatever it is. You ain't got
Wait.
no
Can I stop
lead.
you? Can I stop you, Sean? Can I stop you?
Go ahead. That's all.
No. You're good. I want you to use an example, but I want you to use an example of something you experienced. I want you
Okay.
to make it personal. So give an example that you've experienced.
Well, let's say toxic productivity. I'll be real, man. When I stay,
Lose the pep.
I'll say
With your
staying
book,
in my
maybe?
folks' place when I was with my dad, and I'm like 27, 28. And it's
Mm.
not that, like, it felt toxic because it's easy to want some more independence for yourself, right? And like, you know, I'm making money, but I'm not making the money I want. So in my mind, it's like a lot of my a lot of my money's going towards helping out with rent and everything, and just the toxic part comes from what a society put on men, as far as like,
Don't even think
you
about
know,
me.
oh, you know how I can get, man. Like, oh, you live with your parents or whatever it is, and you're older and this and that, and that can turn to a lot of things where, like, I don't even want to necessarily even shoot my shot because I just feel a certain way about myself at this particular moment. And I'm not saying it's an everyday thing, but like the productivity and stuff, it's like you see the two ways you can take it. It's like you can either grind on what you still want to do, or you just fall and just never change whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever it might be. So I would say the toxic productivity, yeah, like just being at home, um, and just letting certain things come through my head, or those thoughts that come through my head that feel a certain way, like, man, like, uh I don't feel, I don't want to say a man. And I kind of like what you said earlier, Flynn, when you said like money and value and stuff, because that really doesn't define a person. But like those intrusive thoughts are just, I guess, the toxic productivity, where it's like, if everything isn't going out like it should today, or I don't look like a certain way today, then it's like that can create a toxic mindset. And then I think as a man, we have so much pride to where it's like you kind of, you can look down on yourself. You can look down on yourself a little bit. Just being honest. You know what I mean? Because you're comparing yourself to others. And I always say this too, man. And I'm sorry, maybe some of the teacher side of me, or just experiences. I ain't gonna be too much long when they put a 60-second timer on me. But like, but like, man, people is somebody that always has it worse. And I know with inflation and all this stuff that's going on, like I see people older than me. I'm just turned 31, like going back living with their folks, and like I'm not the type of dude, like I don't care enough to judge anybody. Like I get it, like shit, stuff is hard out here. You know what I mean? And I got my own place for the last 2 years and whatnot in my car, and that's cool. But like, yeah, man, this ending on it is just like it just goes back towards just what your goal is and what you're trying to do, because nobody can live your life. You know what I mean? So, as far as the example for myself, yeah, I would just say maybe that's probably the thing that pointed out. Just not being as independent as I wanted to be. When I wanted to be, even though I'm more independent now. So I would say that's kind of like the toxic thing, productivity. So yeah.
Okay. 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 So let me ask y'all a question. What's up, ZP? We see you. I see you.
Oh, man.
So let me ask Q. Let me ask you. I'll ask all y'all. But have you ever felt guilty for resting or not working? Like you personally, have you ever felt guilty for resting or not working? And then give me an example. Bro, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Keep going. Keep going.
Has been slain. Has destroyed a turret. Well, look at you.
That's like, what the fuck am I doing? Why? Why am I here? Right. I can relate to what you said about food because I remember, I think it was last year, the year before. Girl out on dates and the guy should pay and blah blah blah. And I'm like, damn, like I couldn't do that if I wanted to. So I had to be creative as a motherfucker, bro. Like do the creative ass dates, bro. Like things that dates where you don't got to spend no money, but they're engaging to where she's not gonna complain, right? And you feel it in those moments when you don't got it and she gotta pay for you. You feel it.
Hmm.
It's that feeling of
Right.
Worthlessness, bro. Like, let's be honest. It's a feeling of worthlessness. That's how I felt. I felt fucking worthless. Like, I felt like I had no value, bro. If I can't even pay for a meal or pay for whatever. One time I had to ask her for gas, bro. Gas money. That shit was, bro, I was down bad. That's how it felt too, bro. I felt like I was down bad, bro. I was like, fuck, bro. I looked at my account. I was like, fuck. I can't even go home. I can't even drive home, nigga. And it took all the courage that I had to just ask her, or just to tell her. I didn't even ask. I was just like, oh, like I can't drive home because I don't have money for gas. I didn't even ask her, bro. I couldn't even muster up enough courage to ask. And that shit, yeah, bro. That yeah, I was like, I did not, bruh. It takes a strong man to fucking admit some shit like that, bro. Usually we think of strength in the form of being strong physically or having money or having presence or whatever the fuck, right? We think strength as like this confidence thing, but sometimes in that moment I realized it took a lot of strength for me to just say it, just to say it out loud cuz my pride wanted to say, bro, fuck it, just drive home, and if just try to drive home with the no gas in your car. But I was like, bro, like nah, I can't. I can't even try. I can't even put up the facade, bro. I can't even put up the facade. I kind of didn't answer the question because the question was, have you ever felt guilty for resting or not working? But I felt worthless in that moment. And it kind of stemmed from not working because obviously I wasn't working. If I was working, I would have money. So I wasn't working at the time and I felt worthless. I felt fucking worthless at that time. So yeah. ZP, let's hear you, bro. Have you ever felt guilty for resting or not working?
Yeah, like choosing not to come in on days, and then realize
Question.
my check was short.
Damn.
Yeah, that chose not to come in for like 3 days. I just
For
didn't want
what?
to do that shit.
Oh, damn. Okay. Okay. So not going into the job.
Yeah,
Sean, what about you? Have you ever felt guilty for resting or not working? I know you were writing the book, so and you've been working on that for a minute, so you must have felt at times like, damn.
What was uh uh what was the question?
Have you ever felt guilty for
Uh
resting or not
yeah,
working?
yeah, man, yeah, for sure. I mean, a little similar with the book. I mean, yeah, that's gonna be done. But uh yeah, like even just working out, man, like going out to these football camps a while back and playing all my life and stuff and knowing kind of what it take or knowing what it takes, like what type of things I need to be, ready for when I go out there and like I'll work hard for a few days and stuff, but like just not being as consistent. Like taking a couple of days off and like I can't afford to take a couple of days off. I'm trying to do this, you know what I mean? So I would say, I mean, not working out as much or being as consistent. Um, you know, uh, even a book thing to a degree. Just not asking enough questions or not feeling like researching, enough to where, okay, I look at this Monday, I look at it Tuesday, next thing you know, it's already the next Monday or Tuesday. And, put in work and I get more answers or I find like a source or something. But it's like, if I just would have been consistent day by day, I could have been, I could have been at a further point. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. I felt that before for sure.
Are those the thoughts that you think during that moment, or is that after the fact? Like in the moment of you saying, I'll do it on Monday. Is
Mhm.
the next thought like, damn, I'm procrastinating again, or damn, I'm being lazy. or are there thoughts of guilt? Like, what does the actual thought look like for you in that moment?
Uh, Trying to get a dopamine rush, and I know it's not gonna be a dopamine rush. It's gonna take some time and extra time. So maybe if I get some whatever that dopamine rush look like, whatever I'm doing, it's like I'll do this first and then I'll look at this. You know what I mean? So it's it just looks like I know what I'm doing, I know what I should do, but I just kind of I'll get to it when I get to it. So I do better on like scheduling, like having a schedule and a set thing, routine. That's when I know that's what helps with me. Even when I wrote the book and stuff, like I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna come down here and do this particular morning. Like I'm just gonna actually go in and do this. So when I do it and I'm down there a while, but I'm getting stuff done, it feel like I'm being productive. But when I don't have something set and I just think in my head, okay, I'm gonna try to attack it, but you know, something might pop up or I might try to look. It's almost weird, bro. It's like anytime I know there's something serious, it's depending though. Like if it's something mental like that, like the book, or it's not a physical thing, like training or whatever it is, it's like, yeah, it's my own thing, but I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like, let me look at something to avoid getting there because I know this is gonna take time.
Mm,
So like I look, yeah, subconsciously I want to get to something first before I do what I need to do, if that makes sense.
yo,
So
that's 100, bro. I can relate to that experience 100%. 100, bro. There's videos I gotta edit that I'm bullshitting on, bro. I can relate to that 100%. It's like when someone else gives you, let me speak for myself. When someone gives me something to do, sometimes it becomes more urgent than whatever I have to do. And I'm training myself to not think that way. But when people say, "Hey, we're going to like work on this other project," then I'll be like, "All right, bet. I'll make time for that. I'll show up for that." But when it's time for me to lock in on my own shit, it's easy to come up with excuses. It's easy to be like, "Damn, well, I'll just do it later." Or, I don't have everything I need to do it right now. I don't have the quiet space to do it right now. Or damn, I gotta right now. I gotta learn DaVinci Resolve. I gotta learn how to edit on DaVinci Resolve. And in my fucking mind, I'm saying that's difficult. That's gonna take us time. We've never done that before. In reality, I could figure it out if I just started on it. But yeah, because I started on this shit the other day, and I was like, oh, I mean, it's complicated, but I've been editing for a minute. I could do this shit. But before that, I'm thinking, damn, bro, I don't know. I gotta sit down and learn this shit. I just want to edit a fucking video quick and easy, and the shit's gonna take me hours. And my mind is fighting me. My mind's like, fuck it, bro. Just pick up your Steam Deck. Fuck it, bro. Just hop on Rivals, bro. Fuck it, bro. Just go to the gym, bro. Fuck it. Well, work on something else. My mind will even tell me work on something that you think is easier. And I'm procrastinating. And I don't want to say I feel. I'm pretty aware of it in the moment when it's happening, and I'm doing better at just saying fuck it and fuck it. Like whatever my mind says, fuck it. We'll just do it anyway. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Like I just I have that mindset on some things, but I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I fucking relate to that, bro. I relate to that 100%, bro. Your mind, bro. My mind. My mind will rationalize my shit being less convenient.
mm,
My stuff, the stuff that matters most to me, being less convenient than doing other things. It's crazy. Bro, it's crazy. I know I'm not the only one who to experience that shit. It's just crazy. Yeah. Facts. Facts, nigga. Yo, Discord needs like a snap button or like some fire emojis or some shit. Cause bro, facts, nigga. That is 100% facts, bro. The DaVinci Resolve fucking example. I'm like, bro, if I was editing on CapCut still, this shit would take me like 5 minutes, nigga. 10 minutes, 15. On DaVinci, my mind's like, it's gonna take us at least an hour. And I'm like, damn, well, I don't know if I got, I don't know if I got time for that. Like I want to be in flow with my schedule. I don't want to spend 2 hours on a video that's fucking 2 minutes. But here we are. Here we are. And you gotta when you do this shit sometimes you're like, damn, I guess it wasn't that hard.
The whole
Or
world
maybe it is that
celebrated.
hard sometimes too.
Minions have spawned. I heed their call. Every step, a new journey. For peace of mind. First blood. To heal and protect.
Mhm.
Where am I needed? Never waste a breath.
Yeah. It's like an investment. It's like reading a book. Like when you read a
Feel
book,
serenity.
most likely you're not going to apply that information when you put the book down. You're going to probably apply it maybe in the future or in a few days, maybe in a few weeks. So I could see that. It's to me, it's like an investment.
What must
Like
be
I got to
done.
do this thing anyway, and I'm using GarageBand iOS, so I'm learning how to mix music too. So it's like we've I made a few songs on
An
GarageBand
enemy has been
iOS that I
slain.
can't put out because the producer sold the beat and shit. So I'm like, fuck. But those I just look at it like
Gracefully.
practice now. Yeah, I can't put those songs out, but at least I went through the process and I figured some shit out. Now when I'm recording a song that I can put out, I know how to mix it better. So I see what you're saying. I see it as an
Unity.
investment for sure, for sure. Um, what does what does being productive even look like in your life right now? What is the idea of productivity look like in your life? Like specifically.
This is my path.
So what in my life productivity looks like it looks like waking up, reading, meditating, uh, being focused throughout my day, not distracting myself with my phone or, watching pointless videos, actually creating projects, editing, making music and stuff, and not just making it, but sharing it online, involving people in my process. That's what productivity looks like for me. Like, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the projects, I'm creating them, planning them, brainstorming, whatever. I'm putting it out, and then I'm also doing the work on myself, journaling, meditating, all that type of stuff. Like, being focused. For me, that's productivity. It's like I'm focused on the goal and I'm executing the goal. I'm executing the game plan. That's productivity to me. ZP, what does productivity look like in your life right now?
Just staying focused. Really, like you said, not getting distracted. Wake up, go
Okay.
to work, and go home, trying to work on other skills. Really just not getting distracted.
Okay. I gave you a book a while ago. I forgot what the book was called. You remember what it was called?
I don't know. Very superior, man.
Oh shit, I gave you that?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey, nigga. Hey, bro. That book, damn. Oh shit. Damn. You finished that?
Nah.
Hey, nigga, be productive, bro. Be productive, bro. Bro, that book, bro. Holy shit. I just gave it to you. I was like, oh, here, bro.
He's like, read this.
Damn, nigga. I'm a good friend, nigga. Holy shit. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, I'm like, how'd you get that? Nigga, I don't remember giving that shit to you, but damn. Yeah, bro. That's a book, nigga. That's not even a casual book. That's not even like a, hey, bro, read this. Like, that's a, all right, bro. You're ready. Read this. Type 5. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. But yeah, bro, I hear that. I hear that, bro. I hear that. That's a great book, though. That's a great book to be productive on. Uh, so looking productive for you, ZP's like going to work, coming home, staying locked in.
To heal and protect.
ZP,
You heard me?
say it again.
I said, yeah. And I'm like, just trying to hone other skills.
Okay, what skills?
You know, still graphic design. Find other ways to make more money, but also enjoy doing it. Enjoy what I want to do, what I have passion for.
Okay. That sounds like Faces of Revànchi Mentoring right there. Okay, I bet. Q, what does productivity look like for you specifically?
Gracefully. This is my path. An ally has been slain. I lend my aid. The whole world in balance.
So you're saying all that,
I heed their
and yet you
call.
don't want to use Notion. You're a Notion hater.
An ally
I think
has
it's a
been
Notion
slain.
hater, y'all. This nigga, this nigga's an anti Notionist, bro.
They will go no further.
Yeah, bro. Let me. I can show you some shit, bro. And I think I got a whole playlist, a whole YouTube playlist that helped me and
Every
of
step,
people
a new
building different
journey.
systems and pages and stuff. I learned a lot from that. Yeah, yeah, I can show you a lot, bro. On Notion. I'm on Notion right now. That shit pulled up right now. But yeah, I got you. We'll
The
definitely talk about that.
path of
Sean, what about you?
live,
What does productivity look like in your
shine.
life currently?
I mean, similar productivity just looks like consistency. You know, kind of like they said, being consistent on what
To
your goals
heal
are.
and rise.
As of now, just getting having transferring the stuff I have written, edited from the book, and
Violence
having it
cannot
like
grow on
officially
empty.
published. Because I already know what I'm gonna do. It's funny. I know how I'm gonna promote it, and Jance's involved. It's funny. I might need your help too on some stuff on the visual component, but like really having that fully completed, and not just because I've been done with the book for a while. Like I didn't add nothing else. It's been years, but you know, having that like officially done. Building my clientele with the legacy training. Like I got a few more clients, which is cool. You know what I mean? But building that, man, like I could be outside for
Beware
6 straight hours and training however many kids. Like I do like a kid. I train a kid like per hour or whatnot, but like I don't mind being whether it's sunny, cloudy, whatever it is, I can be outside for 6 straight hours and just training, working with them in football because that's my own thing. I enjoy doing it. And of course, if you enjoy doing something, you get paid for it. Like that's shit. That's the Fowler dream. I won't even say that's the American dream. That's the Fowler dream. So nah, man, just building, being more consistent um with the goals I had, man. That's being productive. And whether that's planning, like I still remember what you told me too, man, when you was a photographer at the place and he was like you were like,
This
you
is
got to
my
build a package,
path.
Sean. You got to make your package. You got to build your package. Like
Uh,
I
look,
remember that, man. I don't forget some. I might not vocalize it, but I remember those things. You know what I mean? So it's building a package or just doing things as whatever it is. Even if you're not eating the entree, but you're making the sides for the entree, that's still progression. So like
An ally has been
building plans,
slain.
making a web planner. That's funny. Now the school thing just came in my head. Like these are things that can help build towards something. Before you get to the mountain, you gotta have the equipment before you can climb the mountain. Otherwise, you can't climb the mountain. Nobody's Spider Man. You know what I mean? You can't climb the mountain with your hands. You gotta have equipment just in case you fall down. So yeah, man, it's just taking those steps, and I think that's
The
that's being
whole world
productive,
in
using all
balance.
the outlets and resources you can. So from my end, just being consistent in all the areas. What can help me build more clientele? What things do I need to do to help me build that? Outside of them just seeing
I
me and
feel
walking up to me saying,
calm.
"I like what you're doing with this kid," because that's kind of how I've been building it. People visually see it. You know what I mean?
No one saw that.
So that's being productive. Just taking all the resources I can and
For life.
you know,
An ally has been
inserting my talent
slain.
into it, man, on a consistent basis. That's what I'll say.
mm. So when he said packages, just so y'all know, he's talking about with his training program, just having different packages in the
Every
program.
step, a new
Just so
journey.
that's clear. Just so that's clear. But what this is the last question. What's one thing you might need to change about how you're working right now? Because we talked
Let me
about
go real quick.
productivity.
My
Oh, go for
bad.
it.
Just because about the one thing I think I would need to change. My bad. I'm not trying to cut you off, Glenn. I think one thing I need to change is just the mindset. Kind of like I said before, like kind of the dopamine thing. Like, well,
An ally has been
I
slain.
really got to taste for this right now, whatever it might be. Like, let me hit her up first. Let me do this first. I'm just being honest, man. Let me what. let me play a few games of Madden first since I just got the PS5, and then I'll do this. Nah, like the work come
Your
first, whatever
unprotected.
that goal is. So I would just say I would just say changing the mindset, change my mindset. And I gotta go real quick, y'all. But it's good to hear from y'all and everything. Is old boy here? The one I thought I work at Kroger? Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I seen dude, bro. Like I thought that was you again, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, never mind. I'll show y'all when we meet up in person. But yeah, I thought that was you, man. But he looked a little younger, so maybe not, man. But nah, man. It's good to hear from y'all and everything, man. And you gonna get you gonna get that part two in fight night, bro. I'm gonna beat you again, and this time I'm gonna knock you out. So just letting you know. All right, man. I'm signing out, man. I'll see y'all later.
All right, Sean. Peace, bro.
All right. Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. This nigga swear you in Kroger, bro. He swears. You don't
Never
know you a
rest
Sprouts nigga
ever.
for real. That's funny as fuck. That's funny as fuck. ZP, what about you? What's one thing that you might need to change about how you're working right now?
Every flower
Yeah,
blooms
hold
to
on
be
real quick.
seen. Gracefully.
You
Say
hear
that
me?
again. Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
I said, hold on.
He said to hold on, or did he say he has to hold on? Oh, okay.
This is my path.
Shit, Q, you want to go?
I lend my aid.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
I heed their call.
Shut down.
Yeah. I've been doing that too, and that's how I
Peace
figured
of
out
mind.
how I want my schedule to be. And like what, because on, and I even scheduled how I do my days. So like on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, that's when I'll do like the building, like structures, building foundations,
To heal
systems,
and
putting
protect.
together the programs and stuff like that. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays is really the creative days where I'll design clothes and I'll work on the website slash magazine and stuff like that. And that just helps me compartmentalize my mind. So on a Tuesday and Thursday, I'll know, okay, we're being creative and I can kind of go with the flow. though I've designated times to do things, I could go with the flow. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's like, all right, we getting that busy work done, that mental work. Let's do it. So that helps. But for Notion, you mentioned Notion, like, bro, I could just toss you what I use. I could just share it with you.
Where am I needed?
An ally has been
It's
slain.
heavy, nigga. This bro's been sleeping. And then you combine Notion with AI too, like whatever AI you use, bro. How you think I be making all this stuff? Bro, I made a journal. I made like a workbook. You saw the Purpose Bible, bro. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something completely different. But yeah, bro, you can get really cracked with Notion, but you don't have to start from zero. Like I said, I got resources and I got
Never
everything that I've
waste
been
a
building
breath.
on Notion. Don't start from zero, nigga. Like why? When I've been doing this shit for years, it just wouldn't make sense. You'll learn it anyway, right? You'll just learn it with a head start. Because then I could, show you what I'm using and how I use it, and then you could tweak it how you want it to make it work for you. But yeah, one thing that I'm glad you mentioned the systems and stuff. One thing that I want to change with how I work is I want to.
This is my
I've been
path.
thinking about this a lot lately. When I was a kid, I didn't think about time at all. Like I didn't think about what time it is, what day it is. Like I was just existing. Like not in my mind at all. Like I'm just not in my head at all. That wasn't even part of my existence being in my head. It was just it's experiencing like an animal, right? Like all on instinct. Like you're just so present that you're not even thinking. That's how I want to
The
work.
whole world in
I
balance.
want to be so present in my work that I'm not thinking. And if I'm thinking, it's deliberately. Like I'm thinking on purpose. Okay, it's time for me to think. Let me think. I don't want I don't want to be in my head. When I work, when I go about my life, I don't want to be in my head. I don't want to be in the middle of mixing a song and then I'm thinking about bills.
I heed their call.
Or I'm in the middle of editing a video and I'm thinking about, okay, well, yeah, I'm about to edit this video, but what am I going to do the next time? Like I want to just be so fucking present, not even locked in, not even focused, so present minded that nothing else exists. Nothing else exists. And people call that flow, like being in the flow. I want to be in the flow all the time,
Your inhibitor
not just when I'm working, but all the time. I wake up in the flow. I go to sleep in the flow. I don't fucking guilt trip myself if I went to sleep too late or I didn't get a fucking task done or I want to rest. I want to be in the flow. Oh, I'm gonna play video games all day? Bet. I'm gonna do it and enjoy myself. Oh, I'm gonna go for a walk? Bet. I'm gonna do it and enjoy myself and not think about how far I'm gonna walk or where I'm gonna fucking walk to. I'm gonna walk to walk. I'm gonna play games because I enjoy to play games. I'm not gonna feel
Heal
fucking guilty
and
about it.
protect.
I'm going to express myself how I want to express myself and not care about what I think, not even what other people think. What I think about something that someone else is gonna think. What I think about what someone else thinks. Fucking projecting in my own mind what someone could think about what I'm doing. Fuck that. I want to be so
Where am I
present in what
needed?
I do that nothing else exists beyond where I am and what I'm doing. That's how I want to change the way that I work. I've spent years building systems and figuring out how I work and what times and what my process
Never
is and
waste
what I
a
want to
breath.
build. Now that I know all those things and I've built programs that are ready to be experienced and thing in products that are ready to be bought, now I want to just have fun with it. I want to have fun. I don't want to
Gracefully.
be a fucking businessman. Yeah, I'm selling things. Yeah, money's involved, but I don't want to be a fucking businessman. I don't want to be looking at the fucking charts and the graphs and the analyzing shit. I don't want to fucking analyze.
This
I
is
got my
my
own two
path.
eyes. I got my instincts and intuition I can rely on. I got my words I can rely on. I can talk to people to understand the market. I can fucking just see the way the world is to understand things. I don't need to be constantly analyzing, constantly taking in information. I want to be a creator. I don't want to be a consumer. I want to be a creator. I want when I do consume, I want it to be consciously. Even if it's some ignorant shit, because at times I love me some ignorant shit. Like we all do. Even when it's ignorant shit, I want to just enjoy it for what it is. If it's a, and this is a shot at Zion, a shot at you, ZP. If it's a Marvel movie, I want to just enjoy the shit, even if I don't like it. I want to enjoy the fact that I don't like it. Right? I just want to enjoy it for what it is, enjoy fucking everything for what it is, and not stack on experiences, not fucking project, not be so out of my head and just lost in the world and not know what tomorrow's gonna bring because I have no power. Like I want to just be a creator. I want to create. I don't want to be a critic. I don't want to be the guy with all the opinions, but he ain't build nothing yet. He got nothing out there in the world. I want to be the nigga who's making stuff. When people hang out with me, they're making stuff. They're experiencing the joy of creation. They're not in their fucking heads. That's what I want. That's how I want to change how I work. I don't want people to think. I want people to not think because I think people are smarter when they don't think, if that makes sense. People are way smarter when they don't think. You could think so much. You could be like so smart that you're a dumbass. That's what I believe. So smart that you're a dumbass, bro. You just psych yourself out. So that's one thing that I would like to change. ZP, you still in here? I don't know if I'm gonna get talking or. Oh, okay. Okay. Bet. So we'll close it out. I appreciate everybody who contributed to this space, whether you spoke, listened on the live, or just tapped in through Discord. Before we go, I want everybody to just take a moment to think about one thing that stood out to you from this experience, from this conversation, and really ask yourself where you can apply this in your own life. Because knowledge without application is meaningless. We are not the school system. I want you to take something from this conversation and actually apply it to your life. It doesn't need to be big, it could be the smallest thing in the world, as long as you apply it. And if you're in the Georgia Gwinnett area and you're looking to put yourself or your child in a positive environment around men who are building themselves and taking life seriously, then Faces of Revànchi Mentoring, aka F.O.R.M, might be for you. We're accepting mentees right now, and the application is in the description. I appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Every, every Wednesday. That was good. That was good. Now it feels official. I like the intro and outro. Now they feel official. Feels official.